Hi, I'm Tim Kahle, and you're listening to GUTT Talks, GGUTT.
Thank you for listening, and make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And don't forget to watch the full episode. Thanks again for listening to GUTT Talks. Can you just set a little bit the scene about what is Voice UI, what is Alexa, and so on?
Yeah, sure. So and that's not no official terminology or so.
Just in your context.
We distinguish between like the first generation or wave of voice technology or voice interactions, and some sort of the second or the new generation of voice assistants, because voice interactions or conversational interfaces are not new to us. It goes back to the 1950s or so, when people first talked or interacted with their computers via voice. And we all know the series of Star Trek and all the voice interactions there, where people talk to their surroundings. But with like the developments and improvements of machine learning, AI, and like cloud computing got more like efficient and it's not that expensive anymore. There was like the layer, the foundation layer for making that technology possible or accessible for a broader audience. And I mean, these little devices many people have at their homes right now, called smart speakers, they are very small, super tiny computers, and they just have a microphone and internet connection and some low quality speakers, most of them. But that's all you need, and the rest is happening in the cloud, with all these improvements in these several disciplines you need to transcribe spoken words, and detecting intents and all that stuff. So what we do is, in our business, or what I'm doing like day in, day out, is helping companies to explore their opportunities in that in that new ecosystem of voice assistants, mainly Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Samsung Bixby, and now, like I could say, for the last 12 or 18 months, also in other technology like call centers, where we have the IVR, interactive voice response machines, where conversational interfaces or voice UI also takes place or happens in just like when you call us, a service line somewhere, and talk not only to people but maybe also to machines already. And and we try to identify business opportunities here, due to various reasons, image being a first mover, in that space, but also seeing a serious opportunity there to reach more customers or existing customers, and giving relevant information and the benefit and added value to their products.
Yeah,
now it's time.
Yeah, I want to go back a little bit to if you're on the creation or you're setting up your business. Was it like when you came across these devices and saw this opportunity, looking at the American market, was it kind of a gut feeling for you to say, this is what I want to do and this is the one kind of service we want to provide? Or was it just the hackathon that made you go for it? My question here is just trying to see if you did follow your gut somehow in your decisions, in this decision.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the hackathon was like the last push in the absolutely right direction. And when I look back, it was the absolute best decision to take the risk, and be confident that there is something going on, or will something be in it for us, to create a business model based on voice technology. And we first had our company name, and then explored some different verticals, and had the best gut feeling when it came to voice. And when this person approached us and asked us, do you want to follow that idea? Are you working full-time on that? We haven't had talked about this and discussed this before. We just looked into our eyes, Dominic and me, and said, yes, we are a voice assistant agency, starting right now. And that's something we didn't say, but we thought now we should follow that gut feeling. Yeah.
So you got this kind of validation as well from the people there.
Okay.
Yeah. So how is it with your clients though? Like, let's break this down a little bit. Mm-hmm. How hard or challenging or easy, was it to get started to sell this kind of service to clients?
I'd say the first year when the whole technology was new to all of us, here, especially here in Germany. There's been no business right from the beginning. We traveled a lot. We visited a lot of conferences, asked to speak at conferences and share our ideas or our vision that we have for the German and European market. We read a lot and connected to other people from the US and other countries who are already working on voice UI and voice technology. And so I would say the first year, almost the whole first year, we just invested, in getting a broader overview of the whole market, And I would say by the beginning of by the end of the first year, we had from previous jobs we had and our background in media, we got our first gig and worked on a little small use case that we've been able to publish on Amazon Alexa. And we saw ourselves more as a studio in the first months. We created our own Alexa skills, and published them to learn about the technology and the design challenges and the limitations of the platform too, and have real data that we can bring into discussions and negotiations with our customers or with potential customers, to talk about real experience we already collected during the first months, and not just selling an idea and talking about something you have no experience about,
Okay. And now you've been doing this since 2016. How did you see the market change with regards to voice UI? Because look, I also worked in consulting, for example. Chatbots were a super big thing a few years ago. Like everyone wanted to do a chatbot, right? And voice obviously came after, but slowly. What's kind of the value proposition to clients? Do they come for this? Why do they come? What kind of scenarios or use cases they want? What is the value they're going to provide to their customers, for example, using voice UI?
Yeah, and in the beginning it was more or less because there were no dedicated departments, for that in companies. Yeah. That was like when social media was introduced. Someone somewhere in the company was nominated. You are now the social media guy, and this the same happened when Amazon Alexa and all that started. Maybe someone who already had experience in these chatbot projects was moved or nominated to do voice too, you know. But in the beginning there were like only like marketing budgets, and they were like, okay, we have to step into that field, and we have just like throwing money, you know, and do something, you know, on voice, and let's put it into the, I guess, give it into the hands of the agencies or the experts, you know,